Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Cognitive Recalibration podcast. As always, I'm your host, Shravan. We've got Taran here sitting opposite me.
Hello.
It's kind of, I guess that's opposite me. The camera's opposite me, but
Yep.
you're kind of like diagonal to me.
Sitting next to you.
Well, next to me would be here. I
Okay.
thought,
Let's not get into it.
Yeah. Anyway, you're here.
I'm here. Yes.
Yes. We are back for another episode. We're going to be reviewing a couple of movies.
Best movies this year.
Yeah, we just have to try to remember them. That's all.
Yep.
So first we'll review Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, which we watched like at a advanced screening maybe like 3 weeks ago, I'm guessing. So a little while back. So we'll review that, and then I watched The Little Mermaid, the live action remake of 1989's Little Mermaid. Disney's Little Mermaid, so I'll talk about that later.
Weird if it wasn't that, and there was just another movie called The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, technically it's not a Disney thing, right? I think anyone can make it if they want. So
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of like, like Cinderella and Snow White. They're just stories, but
They're just stories, yeah.
I don't think.
And when we get down to brass tacks, I guess everything's just a story. So yeah.
I guess so, yeah. We're back to the Cognitive Recalibration podcast where we describe movies just in general.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
episode was that? When
Fast X.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just editing that before, and I was like, yeah, what a discussion we had.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about movies. Can we just do an episode on movies?
In general, yeah.
Yeah, nothing specific.
What is a movie?
What is a movie? Yeah. Plot structure,
Yeah. Characters,
yeah.
actors, directors,
Yeah.
cinematography.
Stuff we know nothing about.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know much about movies either, but here we are talking about them, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. So, a bit of background on the movie. It's directed by Stephen Capel Jr. What has he done in the past?
Creed 2.
Yes. You knew that way too quickly.
Yep.
Did you know that going into the movie?
I just know things about movies.
So I think his last movie was Creed 2.
His last and only movie.
He did a movie back in 2016 called The Land.
Oh,
That was his
that's
first.
my second favorite movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's just about, there's this block of land,
Oh, yeah?
build on it, investment property.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's like an educational video for those the first time
Like a documentary more than anything.
buyers.
Yeah.
But they need to change it every year because the rules change every year.
And he does that every year. He makes a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Land
That's
2,
why it's
3,
my
4.
favorite movie, because it's ever changing.
Yeah.
Like normally they put out a
evolving.
movie and then that's it. Like it never changes.
Yeah.
But this one keeps changing every year.
What? Yeah.
Yep.
And he keeps making it. So like he's got a lifetime job. He'll never be out of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he made this movie.
Yeah.
As
He made
a
this movie.
result of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were impressed with his work. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially on that one.
Yeah.
In terms of the cast in this movie, I'm just going to like completely ignore that conversation. Just keep going.
Yep.
We've got Anthony Ramos, who was in The Heights previously. Well, that's what I've seen him from. And there's also Dominique Fishback, I think there's only like 2 main human characters in this movie. The rest are Transformers.
Yeah. There's the kid.
Yeah, there's a kid. Yeah.
And the mum. The mum is the same mum as in Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
she does the voice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Box office wise, so far it's done 347 million worldwide. Budget is reported between 195 and 200 million. So it's still not sort of broke even, I don't think, to take into account marketing costs and all the other stuff. But doing okay. Not like smashing box office records, but doing okay. Unlike The Flash, which is doing terribly.
Your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch that last episode, I love it. It's like the best superhero movie, best movie ever.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
best movie ever made.
That and Black Adam, you just love
Black
those.
Adam is just below that. Just below. Yeah.
Now that you've had a bit of time away from The Flash, do you still like it that much?
I still think it's okay. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. There's
Pretty-
definitely flaws. Like, I think the CGI is definitely a flaw. And there's some story points that are, pretty big plot holes, but I think it's entertaining. Like, compared to other DC movies, most of them, I think it's all right. So I still think it's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I still think it's
And I still think
trash.
Black Adam's good as well.
I still think they're both trash.
So this is following on from Bumblebee, the commercial success of Bumblebee. So this is set in the 1990s, whereas Bumblebee was set in the 1980s. It's about the beasts. So growing up, you might have been too young, but do you remember watching Beast
Beast
Wars?
Wars, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So coming back from school, I think there
Beast Wars. That's what the guy
there's
says.
yeah, there's a song at the start.
Yeah. He says it like I said it just then. as
Pretty
well.
much, yeah. And I had pretty fond memories, like coming. I think it was either at 3:30 or at 4. So school finished at 3:30, so I used to like rush home to watch it. And I think I always used to miss like the first 5 minutes or so. But I thought it was a really good show, and I remember it looking really good.
Mm.
Like,
and
graphics
you
wise,
recently revisited it, and it looks amazing still. It totally holds up, and is the best show
Definitely.
you've ever seen.
definitely.
After The Flash, it's the best thing you've ever seen.
Yes, well, Flash, Black Adam, then
Then this,
then that. Yeah, like there was a playlist. Someone's put it on YouTube, like a 4K remastered version of the show.
Oh, that was a remastered version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it, contrary to what you were just saying, it doesn't age particularly well. It looks like
It's like computer generated,
it is computer generated,
but
and
it's like computer generated on. Do you remember that? There was like this thing we used to do in like primary school where they had this program you could go on and like it animated stuff for you.
I don't, but
It's like
it sounds like it could have been made on that.
yeah, it looks like it was made on that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks pretty like it doesn't look good. It's very early, like computer generated. It was like in the early mid 1990s, so it probably like when this movie is set, like the 1994, 1995 is when that show was running. So it doesn't look good, but apparently the storylines are still hold up. I was just reading through the comments on YouTube, and they're like, yeah, this is great story. It still looks good and all that. So this movie is loosely based off that, in terms of like it's got the characters from that, and I'm pretty sure that show wasn't on Earth, or it might have been, but early, like very.
On Cybertron. No, it's on a different planet.
It's on a different planet. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Earth. And there's also dinosaurs in that. I'm pretty sure the Decepticons are dinosaurs in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the what are the Transformers called? The main Transformers, Optimus Prime. What's their team called again?
What?
Decepticons, and what are the Autobots?
Autobots.
Autobots. I got there by myself. Autobots are the animals, like
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then the Decepticons are pretty sure they're dinosaurs. So I didn't have huge expectations going into this because I pretty much hate every other Transformers movie. So except Bumblebee, which was good.
But it wasn't directed by Michael Bay, which
Yeah.
is the first good sign that you look for in any movie. When
Yes.
you don't see Michael Bay's directing, you're like, oh, this could be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say it's more like the Michael Bay movies than Bumblebee. So it's like Bumblebee was very different to the original Transformers movies. It's kind of like its own.
I think it's in the middle.
It's in between.
I don't think it's more like the Michael Bay movies.
It's more like the Michael Bay movies than Bumblebee.
There's
But
less racism in this.
yes,
Yep.
less sexism.
Less sexism. Yep. No, I think it's, if anything, it's closer to Bumblebee than it is to the Michael Bay ones.
But yeah, I guess so.
There's no 4-hour action sequence at the end of this movie either.
No,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't give you a headache.
So my staples for Michael Bay movies, the Transformers ones. It's 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
The main character's an idiot.
Yeah.
Sexism throughout,
Yep.
racism throughout, and 4-hour action sequence at the end. The movie's only 3.5 hours, but
But
there's a
somehow
4
it
hour.
feels like 4 hours.
There's a 4-hour action.
It does
sequence
some
at
like
the
time
end.
dilation thing where like you he transports you at the speed of light, so you're like moving faster than people on Earth, and you come back and it's been 4 hours.
And you can't tell at most points of the movie. You can't tell what's happening. Stuff's happening, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
Like people are fighting
It's
each
very
other. Who's
loud.
the good guy? Who's the bad guy? You don't know. Who
A lot of
cares?
explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they love it in China
Yeah, and apparently this one is not doing that well in China, and I don't think Bumblebee.
because they like the racism.
Okay. Well, they don't have YouTube in China, so
They can't see this, so we have free reign. We can
be.
can trash talk China as much as we want. No, we shouldn't.
We need their views.
We're not going to get them.
So yeah, I thought this movie was very average. So coming to positives and negatives, we'll still do spoiler free. We'll jump to spoilers later. It actually wasn't about the beasts. I was expecting this more to be about the story to revolve around the beast transformers. They don't even come into it through.
You didn't read the title though. It said "Rise of the Beast," so they're still rising. It's like the mid morning. Like they're not up yet. They're rising.
Okay.
So once they rise, then it'll be about them. But
So the
this is
next
not
one's-
Dawn of the Beast. This is Rise of the Beast.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Yeah. All right.
Do you remember Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Did that have many apes?
It did.
Did it have more apes or less apes than Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
It had less because it only had Caesar.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
they're basing this off that.
That is the gold standard for rises and dawns.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, despite that, they're not in it that much. It's still got the original crew like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and
The character models are the better in this than they're in any Michael Bay movie.
There's a couple of good action sequences here and there.
Yeah.
There's
some
one
of the
like
stuff at the end is cool. Some of the stuff in the middle is pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say all the action is probably better than any of the Michael Bay stuff. Just because you can tell what's going on. Maybe not the first one, but
there are fans of the Michael Bay, like probably not.
I don't think anyone likes 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think people like 1.
Yeah, I think there's some people that like 3.
3's absolutely horrible. Like that action sequence at the end. So that's the first one where the action sequence at the end goes for 4 hours.
Yeah,
it goes for way too long.
Yeah. I think 2 is universally like everyone says that's bad.
1's not bad. 1's pretty okay.
Yeah. Like it wasn't peak Michael Bay yet. Like he wasn't doing like whatever he wants in that movie. 2
but 2, 3, 4, 5
3, 4.
are all
I haven't even seen
terrible.
5. 4 is terrible. 4 is the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
That's the first
one.
Mark Wahlberg, and
that one's
then second Mark Wahlberg is no better either.
Yeah.
But look, action wise, I think it's better than most of those because you can see what's happening.
Yes. Yeah. And it's probably like got more action than Bumblebee because Bumblebee it had action in it,
Didn't have that much action.
Yeah, it wasn't about the action, that movie.
I think all the Autobots look good and some of the beasts look okay, but the bad guys look very generic.
Yeah, and I don't even know who they are. So coming to
One
the
of them's
story.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, into the voice?
Yeah.
I mean, coming to the story of this movie, it's like we missed the start as well. So I think that...
I think there was some cool stuff at the start.
Yeah.
On Cybertron or something.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we walked in a little bit late because our pizza took like forever to...
And it tastes like shit in the end.
It was the Hoyt's pizza. Don't get it. Yeah.
You might as well just eat the box.
Yeah.
That's what you're eating.
It tastes like tomato sauce, like not pizza sauce, tomato sauce
on cardboard. Yeah.
With like it's not even like proper cheese. It's not like mozzarella. It's like some.
It's like do you know those strings?
Strings. Yeah.
They just get a bunch of those and put them on top.
Melted on top. Yeah. Terrible. Wasn't worth the wait, but we missed the start. But the story's.
The story's average.
Yeah, it was pretty generic, and
it's every Transformers movie. They try and get something, and then they get that thing because if they don't get it, the world's destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it's the same story in every Transformers movie, other than Bumblebee.
Except Bumblebee. Yeah. And I think what they tried to do with this one was make the human characters.
I thought one of the human characters was okay, and the other one was trash.
Can I guess which one's which?
Yeah.
So is Anthony Ramos the good one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Even-
the other one, like, didn't need to be in this movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And even Anthony Ramos's character, I'm like,
I thought it was
think they
okay.
tried to make it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I liked his interactions with Mirage, who's played
Right.
by Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought Mirage was one of the better Transformers they've ever introduced.
He's
He's better than Bumblebee because he can actually
Well,
talk
he can talk, yeah.
and he's got a personality.
Yeah, and I guess Optimus is
And he's not
always...
racist.
Okay, yeah.
Well, all the other personalities in previous movies are just racism, or Optimus, who's like, he's just wants to kill
serious.
people.
He's a serious character.
Yeah.
He is what it is.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. And
Yeah.
Bumblebee's, like, for some reason, they've made this choice and they've stuck with it the whole time that he has to talk out of a radio or whatever.
Yeah, and he had that in the original Michael Bay ones as well.
It's in all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he loses his voice box in
Bumblebee. Yeah.
At the start of Bumblebee. I
thought-
forgot that John Cena was in that movie as well.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I liked Mirage and him,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
and like the little brother and stuff. There's some stuff in there that works.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that works with the chick. Like, she doesn't have anything to do. That's a problem. Like,
Yeah.
there's-
Well, she's meant to be like a historical expert type
Yeah.
thing. She brings the expertise in, but yeah, he probably could have done without it. She does help them, I guess, a little bit in terms of the plot, but yeah,
Beasts don't have much to do either.
they come way too late in the movie. I was expecting more of the Beasts to be in this, and like they really just focus on is it's not Optimus Prime.
No,
Optimus
it's,
Primal.
Primal. Yeah.
They really just focus on him. Like the other beasts, you don't even. Who are they? Like
One is a cheetah.
Yeah, one's like. Do they even talk? I can't even remember them saying
I
it.
think they do. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a rhino.
One's a rhino, maybe.
Yeah, there's a cheetah. There's a rhino.
Do you know why they call me the rhino?
Why?
I'm guessing you haven't seen the Kraven the Hunter trailer.
Oh no.
Have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't.
That's the last line of the trailer. just an FYI.
Is Rhino in it?
Do you know why they call me the rhino?
Do they answer it in the trailer or
No,
not?
that's the last
Got to watch
line.
the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Those Sony movies they always make money though. So
Mm.
Where were we?
Rhino.
Yeah, Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh,
The bird. The bird
was a
gets
bird.
a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
The
bird.
bird
Yeah,
is Michelle Yeoh, isn't it?
Oh, is it? She's in a lot of like voice acting roles lately as well. Yeah, that character was all right. Good.
Yep.
She gets a bit more play in the movie. But overall, yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was real average overall.
I think they tried to make it emotional with the human characters as well, like with Anthony Ramos's character. I didn't really buy
It's
it.
okay. Also, the last scene of this movie is hilarious. You'll either like laugh.
Oh, you
openly-
mean that wasn't
It's not an end credits. It's
Was
just
it?
the last scene.
Yeah,
But you'll either laugh like I did, or be like, "What the fuck's that?" Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I reacted the same way. Like I was like, "Oh, they're still doing this." That was my reaction. I'm like, "Oh, they're still doing this." Yeah. I thought it was much worse than Bumblebee because I think
Bumblebee's quite good.
yeah, because Bumblebee is quite good.
But this is better than 2, 3, 4, 5.
better than 2, 3, 4, 5. It's
And
arguably
depending on where you're at, it
it's
could be
arguably
better than 1. Yeah.
arguably better than
Yeah.
1.
But I haven't seen 1 in a while. Maybe it still holds up. But I think my mind is fixated on 2, 3, 4, 5, and everything just gives me like PTSD flashbacks to that. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all like. I wonder if anyone does like marathons of these movies because I think you'll just die
Nah.
if you did that.
no, it took me like 5 or 6 goes at watching 4 to finish it. Like I couldn't finish. I kept getting to the same part. It's the same part when that TJ Miller guy gets blown up. And he
That's at the
dies.
start as well.
Yeah, and then I couldn't go past that part. I'm like, this is so bad.
Yeah. I remember like we watched it.
And we stopped it at that point. We
Yeah.
stopped
Was it on a
yeah.
plane or something? I
Yeah.
can't remember, but yeah.
Anyway,
Not
it's a bad
good.
movie.
Yeah. I still probably wouldn't watch this again though.
Nah, this is Yeah, very average. But there's some standout parts. I like. Well, it's probably going into spoilers talking about that stuff, but yeah.
So I'd probably give it a cognitive regression. I like Flash better than this.
I like this better than Flash because I hate the Flash.
Yeah.
At least the Flash had potential. Like
it had potential. Like
no, the Flash has potential to be good. This is a dead franchise anyway, so it's like,
so you had
who the fuck cares? Yeah.
I just had more fun. I guess the emotional payoff was probably better in Flash.
Nah, the emotional payoff's better in this with the last scene.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if you're really...
actually, I think that scene puts it above for me because that scene elevated.
If you're really invested in what they're planning, then yeah, I guess that scene makes it the best movie ever. I guess we can jump into spoilers. So I give it a coin.
Also, I don't really care about Transformers. Like some people like Transformers. The cartoon came out before I started watching cartoons, so
yeah,
I never really saw it. Yeah.
It's even before me. Like the first exposure I had to it was Beast Wars. So I didn't really know much about Transformers before that. But obviously, like, because we weren't expecting this show to be full, and we got there and it was completely full, and we sat in the first row to watch this movie. So there are fans of these movies still. So you get a cognitive recalibration.
I thought it was okay, but I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe the last scene.
Yeah, just the last scene. Yeah. Just the last scene. Well, I guess we can jump to spoilers. So if you haven't seen Transformers Rise of the Beast, by all means, go watch it and come back to this point and listen to our spoilers. So that last scene, they're doing the G.I. Joe. They've been hinting at this for years, right? They're doing the G.I. Joe crossover.
I think they were trying to cross G.I. Joe over with something for like ages because they're like, oh, this franchise sucks. Let's make another franchise suck with it.
Does anyone actually care
about G.I. Joe?
I haven't even seen those G.I. Joe movies. I think maybe I saw.
No, you've seen Snake Eyes. We saw Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, Snake. I forgot about Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
Snake Eyes. What a movie!
Yeah. Have you not seen the other two?
I think I've seen the one with The Rock.
The first one's actually like it's kind of as good as this movie, which is not bad.
Was the second one worse?
Second one's worse. I thought the second one was better, but the second one's worse. Yeah.
With The Rock?
With The Rock, yeah.
Who's in the first one?
Channing Tatum.
And Dennis Quaid? Is that, or am I thinking of something
Dennis
else?
Quaid is in the first one.
Yeah. Is Channing Tatum's in the second one as well?
But he dies, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Spoilers for...
In like the first 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. And Snake Eyes is in...
He's in all of them.
He's in all
Snake
of them.
Eyes.
Well, you don't see his face.
Except this movie. He's not in this movie. Do you know what would have made this movie better? If they opened up that what the wall opens up and it's an empty warehouse.
Yeah.
Instead of an empty warehouse, if they just had Snake Eyes standing there, just one dude, just Snake Eyes standing there, 100%. This would have been the best movie ever. They wouldn't even have
to get Henry Golding because like
they don't need to get it's a guy in a mask.
Yeah, so
you get whoever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get the guy playing the other guy. No one would realize because it's the guy in a mask.
Well, the end of this movie, so he's in this room like going for a job interview.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you've got some...
So it's a really weird scene. It's like, oh, this is leading to something where like, it's like, oh, he's not just going for a job interview. Obviously something's going to happen here. And in my head, I'm like, is this going to be fucking G.I. Joe? Even before anything happened, I'm like, is this going to be G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
And it was. It was. It's just some random guy. I don't know who he is. Apparently he's a G.I. Joe character.
Oh, is he in G.I. Was the actor from G.I. Joe? Okay.
No. Yeah. But he gives him a card.
Yeah.
And on the card it says his
G.I.
name.
Joe. Yeah.
And apparently he's a G.I. Joe guy. And then he presses a button and it opens the wall. It's an empty warehouse. Like, why is that amazing? It's an empty warehouse.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there people in there, or was it just empty?
There's like 3 guys in there.
Yeah. Well, it's still recruiting.
There was 3 guys and maybe a jet. Was there a jet in there?
Yeah, I think there was a jet in there.
There was 1 jet and 3 guys.
That's all you need
in a warehouse.
That's it, G.I. Joe.
That was the big reveal at the end of this movie. Is there's a warehouse at the back of this place with 3 guys and a jet.
Yeah. What a reveal.
What a reveal.
But yeah, it's obviously that's I
don't even know like what that leads to. Like G.I. Joe and Transformers, what are they going to do?
Because they're so like G.I. Joe is just a bunch of guys.
It's going to be Snake Eyes and Bumblebee or something. I don't know. I don't know the name. One of them's called Duke.
Yeah.
And one of them's called
Duke was Channing
Sonya,
Tatum, right?
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke was Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I
I
have
don't know.
I have no idea what they're going to do. It feels like such a weird crossover to have Transformers and
They're made by the same studio.
the
Like the same,
toy.
Yeah.
The same toy
toys.
company,
Yeah.
Hasbro. Yeah. So, anything else we want to talk about, spoilers wise, for this movie?
It was okay. It wasn't bad. There were some good scenes in it.
I thought the part where he becomes the Transformer at the end.
That was a bit stupid.
That
was
was
just an
like-
Iron Man suit. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know Transformers could do this.
Mm.
Like, what's the point?
They can though, because it's in the Transformers movie, the original, the cartoon.
Oh, they go around
There's precedent for it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a bit stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, like with Optimus Prime, you could sit in the truck, and his truck's just like, isn't it just his chest, like the actual front of the truck?
Front, yeah,
So couldn't you just sit in there while he's like fighting?
possibly. But
Yeah.
this one, he like controls it. I guess.
Yeah.
It's like an Iron Man.
It's like
suit.
because
Yep.
the actual Transformer's dead, or like
But he revives him at the end.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the two best scenes were when Bumblebee jumps out of the plane. I thought that was cool. After they revive him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was all right. I
And-
thought the action sequence at was it a museum?
I like the part just before the museum where he's driving in the car getting away from the cops.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was
Yeah.
good as well. Yeah, and he does the Mirage stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
The Beast stuff was a bit underwhelming. I thought that
There's not much beast stuff action wise, so the bird does a bit. The bird's flying around and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a streaming one.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah. I think if you watched it on streaming, you would probably be pretty happy with it. Same with The Flash. I think The Flash is a streaming movie.
No,
Also, it would look better on a smaller
the
TV.
smaller the screen, the better.
The smaller the screen. Watch it on your phone if you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Like watch it on like a flip phone.
Yeah,
Like-
from like the night, like a Motorola flip phone.
Yeah. Little Mermaid. You haven't seen it.
No,
So I'm gonna give you the background.
and I never will, because I'm racist, just like Michael Bay.
Just like so the most downvoted trailer, one of the most downvoted trailers on YouTube is
Yeah.
the trailer for this Little Mermaid.
Is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't the Marvels trailer beat it in the end?
Yeah. In terms of
Most
beating.
downvotes. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're competing to get more downvotes now. Yeah, I think the Marvels did beat it. So Little Mermaid, directed by Rob Marshall. What has he done in the past?
Creed 2
He
co-director.
also did. No. He didn't. He previously directed Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, the fourth one.
Might have seen that one. Maybe I haven't seen the last one.
The last
There
one's
five?
actually, there's 5. The last one's actually not that bad. It's probably better than
I
the
hate
fourth
the fourth one. The fourth one's not good.
Yeah. Before,
But he has previous experience with water stuff.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's pretty sure, does that movie have mermaids in it? Pretty
It's
sure
got Javier Bardem in it, who's kind of like a mermaid.
that's Dead Men Tell No Tales. Which,
Oh, that's the one I haven't even seen.
yeah, Javier
Oh.
Bardem's in that one.
Oh, is
This
he?
is the one with like Penelope Cruz and
I thought Javier Bardem was Penelope Cruz's dad. Oh no, it's that other guy. It's
Yeah.
the guy from John Wick. The guy that dies in John Wick. That's her dad.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Does he die in John Wick? He doesn't die. Ian McShane.
Oh no, he doesn't die in
Yeah.
John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
Ian McShane. It's got Ian McShane.
Yes,
Yeah.
spoilers for John Wick.
Well, yeah, spoilers. Someone doesn't die in the movie.
Yeah, that's the movie with also Penelope Cruz is Javier Bardem's wife in real life. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so it would be weird if she played her daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter.
Javier Bardem is in this movie though. He's in Little Mermaid.
He is. He's
yeah.
the dad in this.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done this. Yeah, he's done in something.
Yeah.
Before this movie, so after Pirates of the Caribbean, he directed Into the Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't
People
seen it.
either love or hate that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh, yeah. You've seen that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. It is starring Hailey Bailey.
That's a very, very
Yeah.
nice rhyming name. Yeah.
I think it's Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey.
Oh,
Haley,
okay.
yeah.
You've ruined it now. Yeah.
Because when I first saw this, like I think it was like 4 years ago when they announced who was going to be.
You thought it was Halle Berry, and you're like, she's too old, and she's black.
That's exactly what I thought. Well, not the second part. But yeah.
It's on camera now. You've been caught in 4K.
But yeah, Halle Bailey is Ariel in this.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of other guys. So Aquafina does a voice of a bird, and Jacob Tremblay is I think it's Flounder, who's the little fish. So obviously it's like all the other live action remakes where they make it look realistic, but also not realistic in some ways. Like the crab, or like all the animals, they're not like completely realistic.
Unlike, it's not like the Lion King where everything's like super realistic.
Yeah, like they're real enough, but you can tell that there's like some cartoon element to them as well, especially the crab, Sebastian. In terms of box office, so a lot of people thought this would do really well.
What did you?
Yeah, I thought it would do okay. It started.
No, I remember you said it would do the highest grossing movie this year. Or you said it was top 5. I remember you distinctly saying something like that.
I thought, so I thought it would do pretty well.
Yeah.
And it has, I mean, it hasn't done badly, but it hasn't.
Has it done better or worse than The Flash?
It's done better than The Flash.
Okay. But that's a low bar.
That's a very low bar. Apparently, Flash is like, it's done less than the Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
Which like came out during COVID, so like no one watched it.
Do you know how much Warner Bros. Is in debt?
Probably quite a lot because they have to write off all these movies.
Guess a number.
300 million.
It's higher.
400 million.
You're not even close.
Okay, so 3 billion.
You're still not close.
Okay, 50 billion.
It's a bit less than that.
Okay, 30 billion.
It's 41 billion.
41 billion. Yeah.
They're $41 billion in debt.
Well, they did that merger with Discovery. And like ever since they've done that merger, they've just been like
hemorrhaging money.
Well, I think they inherited a lot of
the debt, and then they've been canceling everything.
And then they've been like just canceling, and that's why they cancelled that Bat.
But apparently they spent $2 billion on the 4 movies they're releasing this year, the 4 superhero movies.
So Flash, what's the other?
It's Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, and
that
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. Yeah. Well, I can understand Aquaman and Flash because they had to like reshoot basically the whole movie, so they probably spent quite a bit on those two. And I don't know, Blue Beetle looks pretty trash even in the trailer, so I don't know.
So you think that it's going to be 42 billion by the end of this year?
Yeah, because Shazam was a big disaster.
Flash is going to be.
Flash is even. I don't know. I don't understand, but no one's really watching it.
It's because it's shit.
Yeah. This has become every episode we do now is just a review of Flash.
Yeah. I want to bring every movie back to the Flash.
Yeah.
Just talk about how shit it is.
But yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this movie.
It's done. This is done okay. So it's done about 500 million worldwide. It's not to the soaring heights of like Beauty and the Beast, which did like over $1 billion, Lion King, which did, crazy amounts of money, 1.6 billion or whatever it was. So it's not that successful, but it's done okay. In terms of the movie, so this is actually pretty good, I have to say, because whenever you compare the live action to the animated, usually the animated is better. So I would say that for basically all of them. So obviously
Maybe Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella's probably the live action. I mean, it adds a little bit to the animated, so that is probably on par with the animated, or maybe slightly better.
I like Aladdin, but I think the
animated's better.
Yeah.
Lion King, obviously, the animated's better.
Beauty and the Beast animated's better.
Beauty and the Beast animated's better. What was the one before this? Mulan?
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah.
That was trash. Yeah.
So most of them, I would say, definitely watch the animated version above the live action version.
Remember in Mulan where she like kicks an arrow into that guy?
That was pretty good. I like that part.
I don't.
That was at the end, right? That's
I
how
think
she
so.
kills the.
Yeah.
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 That was like, if they called that something else, like just if it wasn't Mulan, and it was just like some other movie.
A generic Chinese movie,
Yeah, just
if
like,
that's what they called it.
yeah, just what generic Chinese action movie.
Yeah.
I reckon like people wouldn't be so angry about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But then they would have also called it a rip-off of Mulan because the story is very similar.
Yeah. It's similar, but it's also not. Like,
Yeah.
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 This is, I would say this movie is probably on par with the animated movie. And that's pretty, like, I guess that's pretty high praise because the animated movie is still pretty beloved by
It's
most
okay.
people. Yeah.
It's not one of my favorites, but
Yeah. And I haven't seen it that many times. So I'm not that attached to the animated version of this movie. My wife is. I can tell you what my wife thought about this movie.
is the animated one slightly sexist?
In what way?
Like she gives up her abilities to be with a man.
Well, she gives up.
Does she give up her mermaid and like her family and everything to be
Yeah.
with this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
It's either romantic or like
I think
Yeah.
it's more like she chose to. She didn't want to be a mermaid. I mean, she didn't mind being a mermaid, but
Yeah.
she likes the human world.
okay. Yeah.
So
fair
like
enough.
she wanted to, and like mermaids don't like the human world, and she wanted to do her own thing. So I think that was what they. And it's the same thing in this movie, except this movie is longer than the animated movie by like 40 minutes.
More songs?
There is one more song. So the male lead gets a song in this one, and he gets a bit more character development in this one than in the animated one. In the animated one, they kind of just like she just
The
looks,
prince.
she just sees him and she's like in love with him. In this, there's a bit more backstory, and I thought they did that well. I thought Halle Bailey was actually really good. She's obviously a singer, so she did a good job. And the male lead also did a good job with the singing. So all the songs were pretty well performed in this. And so my wife thought everything was pretty good, except the guy getting his own song, because she thought there was no place for that. It was meant to be about the Little Mermaid, not about this other guy.
Hmm.
And she didn't like that Ariel had dreadlocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's her natural hair.
Halle Bailey's natural
I
hair.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. She said
Oh, yeah.
Ariel needs to have long, flowing, straight hair.
Oh, okay. So your wife's racist as well.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she said, she's like, oh, I didn't like that. She said, I didn't like the female lead. And I'm like, oh, because you're racist? And she's like, no, I just didn't
It's
like
an easy out. If anyone doesn't like the lead, it's because they're racist. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was because she had dreadlocks. But she liked the other, like her acting.
She's a good singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did a good job in terms of the acting.
I'm pretty sure she has dreadlocks naturally.
Yeah.
I could have wigged her up if they wanted to, I guess. But yeah. I think it's a natural hair.
Yeah. And it's got like elements of humor and stuff, and it's a Disney movie. So I think it's like pretty inoffensive, even though like people are getting offended by it for some reason. I thought it was fine. I thought it's a good movie. I think kids will enjoy it, and the songs are done well. I know people were saying it's like too dark in terms of the underwater scenes, but it's actually not. I think the trailer made it look worse than it was.
Trailer looked dark, very
Yeah.
dark. Yeah.
But they're like the Under the Sea song. They did it. It's pretty colorful. There are parts that are dark, but with Ursula. Well, I didn't mention Ursula, played
Melissa
by
McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. She was actually pretty good as well. I didn't know she could sing that well, but she's got that one song that she has in the animated version, and it's pretty good. Yeah, and Javier Bardem, he's not really in it much. What do you think the last dialogue in this movie is? Like, what would you expect it to be?
Do you know why they call me the Rhino?
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think it's something like "I love you, Father" is the last dialogue in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Does she? Is the end the same? She chooses to be a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think they're setting up for like
Or like a multiverse. Okay.
Well,
Like an Avengers type team up with
with all the
princesses. Yeah.
Yeah. With
Is that what you were gonna say?
No.
I thought that's what you were gonna say. Like
Well,
literally.
that
Like
sounds
seriously.
yeah, that sounds like and they just have like Simba there, just a lion.
Yeah, just a lion.
Just a lion.
Just an actual lion.
Yeah.
Not even a CGI one. They just bring a real lion.
Yeah. They don't like he doesn't talk or anything. He's just there.
He just eats the rest of the cast.
Yeah. I think they're kind of setting up for a sequel because they're like the prince wants to like explore different worlds and he was always like open to like having mermaids and like humans don't like mermaids don't like humans, but then these two are the outliers where they sort of see the positives in
It's like
both.
Black Panther and Namor.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about that. It's like it's just like
It's correct. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'll just let's just assume that's correct.
So they're gonna do a sequel, you reckon?
They might.
Oh, they probably won't now because it made no money.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean it made enough, but I don't think they'll probably do a sequel. I think it's made probably about as much as Cinderella.
I would watch it if the sequel was an Avengers team up with all the princesses.
So like what? All the live
Cinderella,
action? Okay.
Belle,
Like okay, Emma Watson. Yeah.
chick from Aladdin, Jasmine.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Ariel.
Mulan.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's a Snow White upcoming.
Yes.
Yep.
It's with
the chick from Shazam 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. 6 members. That's the original 6.
And Nala. The lion.
Oh yeah.
Beyonce.
But an actual line.
Yeah.
It has to be an actual line. Otherwise, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other live action stuff are they doing now? Because they've announced other.
Snow White.
I think they're doing Hunchback of Notre Dame as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. With I'm gonna say Josh Gad.
Danny DeVito.
Hey, that would make sense.
It would work, wouldn't he?
He's
Yeah.
a bit old though.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it was Josh Gad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they announced that.
Oh, they're doing Moana live action
Oh yeah, they are with Dwayne
with The
playing
Rock. Yeah.
playing what's his name? Maui?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, get Moana in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she could be an end credit scene.
They're all in like different time periods though. So how
Doesn't
do
matter.
they-
I don't care.
yeah. Yeah, they'll all just come together.
Yeah.
It's like
And I don't even know what the story will be, but I want it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did that in that Wreck-It Ralph sequel. Remember?
Do you know what they do that in? Have you seen that Disney movie Descendants?
Yes.
That has all of them, doesn't it?
It's got their.
It's got their descendants,
It's got.
but they're in it as well.
It's got the villains, doesn't it?
Oh, it's all the villains. That's right.
Yeah. Oh no, it does.
It does have the heroes as well.
It's got the descendants of the heroes.
Yeah,
as well.
and the descendants of the villains.
Yeah.
So they've technically already kind of done it, but they should do it again.
Yeah, and they made like 3 of those, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. I think I've seen 1 and 2, but I haven't seen 3. But yeah, I actually give Little Mermaid a kind of recalibration. I think it's worth a watch.
I'll
If
watch
you
it on
like-
streaming.
Yeah, watch it on Disney Plus when it comes out on Disney Plus. But it's decent. Better than most of the live action remakes. Cool. Anything else we want to talk about?
Not really.
We're going to watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny straight after this.
I hear that people hate this movie
For
for similar reasons to like a Captain Marvel Last Jedi kind of thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's find out if it's
I think there's some spicy YouTube thumbnails out there. Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Kathleen Kennedy shit.
Unfortunately, like I think I clicked on some of these videos like once.
Oh, and now
And,
it's,
like,
it's
my-
in your
my-
algorithm now.
My algorithm is just filled with these guys that like have these like it's like fail and like
Yep. It's got
Um,
Kathleen Kennedy's face.
yeah, or
Yeah.
like it's got like Brie Larson's face. So like
Yes, for this movie. She has no reason to. Yeah, but it's Brie Larson. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much anything like this they absolutely dig into. But let's see.
Yes.
I heard it's okay, but
I look, I'm not expecting it to be amazing, but I'm not going to hate it because it's got a girl in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got Indiana Jones, so
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I will hate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And maybe we could come back and create a
Yeah.
fail YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I'll just have in big red letters fail,
Yep. And then Kathleen Kennedy's face.
and then Kathleen Kennedy's face,
And
then
Brie Larson in the corner. Yeah.
And we'll see if that gets more
I
views.
100% think like if we want to maximize views, that is the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that's like completely. We'll just do that for everything, like every movie.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Just that. That is the thumbnail going forward. So that will be our next episode. And we've got other stuff coming up. We've still got the bet that you and Basker have later in the month for Oppenheimer and Barbie. So let's see how that goes. Oppenheimer's apparently it's 3 hours long.
Oh,
So-
that's going to be a busy weekend, I guess.
Yeah. And half of it's in like black and white, I heard as well.
Yeah.
So
half in
it's-
black and half in color.
Yeah. I mean, usually because it's Christopher Nolan, I would be like up for it, but Tenet's really burnt me with Christopher Nolan. I'm like,
And a
I don't
movie
know.
about the atomic bomb just sounds very depressing.
yeah.
I do like all the memes that people have about the trailer, though. Do you know how, like, when they introduce Albert Einstein, like he's Thanos in the trailer?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Have you not seen the trailer?
No,
have you seen
I've seen the trailer, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen the memes. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's playing Albert Einstein?
I don't know who the actor is.
Okay.
He looks like Albert Einstein, though.
Who's RDJ playing? He's playing some American dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds very depressing, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think Nolan will do a good job. But Barbie's, like we said,
Barbie
I didn't
sounds
say
fun.
it. You said it.
Barbie looks fun.
Barbie's going to be better.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
I guess it would be like a good. Should we watch Oppenheimer first and then Barbie? Or
Well, it
Barbie
depends.
first and
Do you
then-
want to be depressed?
I guess like Barbie should cheer us up, hopefully. So maybe Oppenheimer first and then Barbie.
Do you know what would be really good, though? If Barbie's shit and then we watch Oppenheimer first, then we watch Barbie, which is shit, then we'll be double depressed.
Well, you especially because you have to
Yeah.
get a sock.
Yeah. The depression will hit majorly.
Yeah. So that to look forward to later in the month. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode. You recommended Transformers. I recommend Little Mermaid. So if people want to get in touch with us and tell us their thoughts about either of these movies or what they think about Kathleen Kennedy, how they go about it.
So we're on all platforms at Cognitive Recalibration, or you can send us an email at cognitiverecalibrationpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and you can support us via Buy Me a Coffee, which we'll have links to in the bottom, and obviously give us a review if you're listening to us audio only on the podcast platforms. Just give us a review because that makes us more discoverable on the podcast platforms. Leave us any comments in the comment section in YouTube if you're watching the video. And what was I going to say? Subscribe to us on TikTok and Instagram as well, because we'll have some shorts on there from this episode.
Yep.
Cool. So I hope you're all staying safe. We're off to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and we'll see you in the next episode.
And as I say after every episode, do you know why they call me the Rhino?